Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're live here on the Redneck Racing Network. I want to give a big shout out to Redneck Racing for allowing us to borrow their sim rig tonight for coverage of the Iron Thunder Racing League Truck Series presented by the Gutter Team. First race of this season. About to get underway with qualifying here from the beautiful Daytona International Speedway. 2.48 mile oval. These trucks get set. Tame Daytona International Speedway tonight. .68 degrees on the track temperature, 68-degree ambient temperature with a 7-mile-per-hour wind from the east. We're waiting for the first few drivers to head out on the speedway for their first time lap. Appreciate everybody joining us on the Redneck Racing Network here. We will be starting up. Keep an eye out on the social media pages, the Iron Thunder Racing Network. Coming at you just as soon as we are able to go live from that system. We will be live. You'll be able to find all the Iron Thunder Racing League series right here on the one and only Iron Thunder Racing League Network. Roger Diebold, Tony Constantino, first two. Be Alex Little. Constantino so far, your quickest 51861. 51861 for the 11 of Tony Constantino. Gutter team entry. We add a few more. Scott Wiles to the top of the board quickly. 51811, 51811 for the 31 Toyota of Scott Wise. Kyle Weatherman P2 with a 51858, 51858 for the 6 truck of Kyle Weatherman. 13 trucks to take Tom Jackson out to be 8th fastest. We are down to about a minute and 53 seconds left here in qualifying for tonight's Daytona 200 presented by the Gutter Team. They also are the premier sponsor of the Truck Series. Appreciate everyone over at the Gutter Team for supporting us here at the Iron Thunder Racing League all throughout each division, much less here in the beautiful Truck Series. We're down to 118, and Ray Rittenauer, the 87 Pennsylvania driver, puts it on top of the board. 51757. 51757 for Raymond Rittenauer. No surprise there. .40 seconds left. Ray Rittenauer still holds on to the top. Alrighty, that'll do it. 33 truck signing in. We'll see who makes the call tonight. Raymond Rittenauer will be the first one to grace the pole series here. 51757. 51757. And we'll get them lined up. We'll get them walk you through that starting lineup momentarily. '87 of Raymond Rittenauer on the pole here. And the Lucky Dogs Doggy Daycare. Gutter Team. JCOM Chevy Silverado to his outside. And familiar blue and yellow navy colors. That is the 09 of Dave Matson. Pace car getting ready to duck off. It'll lead the field under command of the 87 of Raymond Rittenauer as we'll look for the green flag as they exit turn number 4. Field now under command of the flagman. We have green flag action. And 87 of Raymond Rittenauer jumping out to an early lead. He'll be all by his lonesome on that front row. He'll have the Jim Beam 31 of Scott Wise. The toe in right behind him as that second lane starts to fall back now to the third place driver, the 11 of Tony Constantino. You see that Gutter Team black and lime green machine. Third car on the bottom of the racetrack. Oh, a little smoke. Everybody will stay clean and green. Now resurgence from the outside. Here comes that 09 of Dave Matson with a big push from the 6th sponsorless truck of Kyle Weatherman. As we are going to be rolling through here right at 190 miles an hour through the tri-oval. 2x2, hub to hub, bumper to bumper. They'll snake back and forth. Take a look at the field now. 87, Raymond Rittenauer. We'll at the first one. He'll continue to lead down the back straightaway. Challenge on the outside from that 09 of Dave Matson. Big push from the 6 of Weatherman. Not quite enough to get him out in front of the ever so hard charging 87 of Ray Rittenauer. We're getting ready to put down lap 3 of 80 here tonight. Your top 5 as they cross the start-finish line. Ray Rittenauer, Dave Matson, Scott Wise, Kyle Weatherman, and Tony Costantino. As we continue to work here, lap 3 of 80. Truck connection trouble for the 11 of Tony Costantino. He's out, he's in, he's out, he's in. Now he's back. Probably a little hectic for the 21 driver of Sam Green in that cosmic entry right here to Chevrolet Silverado as we work our way through turns 3 and 4 at the beautiful Daytona National Speedway. We'll take a look at the 44 machine right there, right behind the 22. Mon and Rayham riding right there in behind the 21 of Sam Green right now, being shown in that 10th spot to his outside 43 machine. Kelvin Mosier checking back up front. Nothing going on. Everybody still double file, side by side, nose to tail, as they work their way out of turn number 4. Start finish line in their sights. Top lane getting a little swirly. The 03 of Kevin Haas will hold on to that machine as the ass end of that ride started to slip out on him just a bit. He'll grip onto the steering wheel a little bit tighter this time, and they'll mosey on through turns 1 and 2 at a clip of 185 miles an hour. Good look at the front 2 there. 31 of Scott Wise, 87 Raymond Rittenauer. Rittenauer right now led 3 laps, and we already had 2 lead changes back and forth between that front 2, top and bottom. They work back and forth, trying to get the momentum, trying to get the advantage over one or the other. Right now, the only constant, the one that stays tried and true so far is that 87. He is hard to beat down there on the bottom of the racetrack. Good pusher in that Jim Bean ride, that 31 machine of Scott Wise. Right there every time he needs to be. Everybody so far clean and green. We'll look through Daniel Half up into the top 10. Bailey Curry sitting there in the 05 machine. Right now in the 13th spot. Look from high above the blimp here. Another shot. 35 of Sawyer right there in your screen. Now looks like the 21 having some connection troubles. He'll pull out of line and head to the back. Now the 49 machine. Oh, 6, big crash. Christopher Gale gonna get tied up into it. 05 of Bailey Curry. Looks like it started with the 6 machine of Kyle Weatherman. Take a look at it. Like he tried to make the move with the 09, not going to have enough room to do it. He'll clip Bailey Curry to 63 involved. The one of Artie Peterson involved. The 4 truck. He'll get a piece of that as well. Don't have a 4 on my list. We'll try to figure out who's listed as the number. Who's driving the number 4 truck. Looks like it's going to be the 12 of Paul Smith. Scored as the 12, showing as the 4. He'll be involved as well. One more look. See it unfold through there. Take a look at the 6. He had it pushed. Went and made the move, and not enough room for him. Up he goes. Tags Bailey Curry. 42 Gale tagged as well. Heavy damage on that machine. Smoke billowing from the rear end of that truck. As green flag pit stops have taken place. Check in with our leader. 7 to Raymond Rittenhour. Take a quick moment. We'll leave you with the sights and sounds of the racetrack. We'll be right back here on the Iron Thunder Network. Pace car off the speedway. Raven Rittenhour, Kevin Hash back on the hammer, the 09 of, excuse me. Apologize, the 09 truck of Matson has moved back up to that second lane behind the 03 of Kevin Hash, and he'll look like for a moment he'll think about hanging them out to dry. It'll cost them both momentum as they fall back now to the third place. That'll give Tony Constantino a chance to get up top with a big push from the 31 of Scott White. Noticing a little bit of front end damage on the front of that 31 machine. Tony Constantino not electing to go down with the 31 of Scott White, so he'll give up the lead. New leader, Jim Bean, Chevrolet Silverado, or excuse me, Toyota Camry, Toyota Tundra. 87 of Raymond Rittenhour is taking a hike. He is headed to the back of the pack. Too dicey up front. 03 of Kevin Hash will move his way down. He'll deposit himself at the bottom of the racetrack. Little blinking action on that 11. 03. '22 truck of Dylan having Tony Constantino out front by himself in that second lane. Scott Wise will get a good push here on that 03 of Kevin Hash out of Woodlawn, Virginia, in that Dollar General Chevrolet Silverado. He'll put it back into the front. I have a little bit of connection issue. I do apologize. Heavy storms rolling through the area. Have to keep an eye on it. Trouble there, 35, saw you right. Now the big one. 44. Take a look. 31 loses an engine. Take a look at the 44. Big heavy ride for the 44 car. Leader still showing is Kevin Hash. At 03, we'll take a quick break. Be right back here, the Daytona 200, by the Gutter Team. And the green flag back out. The 09 of Dave Matson, your leader outside of him, the 03 of Kevin Hatch. Those side by side as they enter turn number 1. The 11 of Tony Constantino right there behind that 09. We work lap 22 of 80. Truck screaming down the backstretch, 184 miles an hour as they work their way back up to full song here. One truck already all in danger of going down a lap with the 35 of Sawyer Ott, who was involved in that last caution. Another driver here having some trouble. The connection issue, linking back and forth, maybe an internal server error. For some reason, I've showed Christopher Gale 2 laps down, and he is currently behind the 09. Has been up front for the last good bit. One of Jackson Allen making his way up to the front here. If you're tuned in to us, yeah, let us know where you're watching from as we put lap 25 on the board. 09 of Dave Matson leading, continuing to lead. Christopher Gale right there tucked in behind that Navy machine. Lap 26 here. The Iron Thunder Racing Truck Series presented by Gutter Team 200 here from Daytona International Speedway. A little bit of bobble there for that 84. He'll step out, luckily for the 09. Everything stays in the right direction. So you're not able to sneak back in with this lead pack after going down a lap just a couple of laps ago. Is able to fall into the draft here right now, become the 4th car on the bottom side of the racetrack in that Gutter Team 35 JCOM entry. Diebold and Patterson going to give way to the leaders. They'll be down below that double yellow line. Big push here from Christopher Gale. He'll get the 809 of Dave Matson well out front of that 11 of Tony Constantino. Nothing going to do with it. Resurging from the top side is that 11 gutter team of Tony Constantino as he'll power hard on the outside. 2i2, 3, 4 rows deep. And they'll be scattered out all the way back down this straightaway. 03 of Kevin Hash continuing to ride right up front. For lately, his strategy has been to lay on back in the back of these packs and hang on until all the melee is over, and then put the loud pedal to the metal. In the last 10 or 15 laps, he and Raymond Rittenauer tear through the field and become a factor as the laps wind down. But speaking of, we're working lap 29. We'll see 30 this time by 14 lead changes. Dave Matson has led 10 of those 30 laps that we're fixing to put on the board. Your Peterson Checker One Motorsports fastest lap of the race. Driver we haven't talked much about here tonight. However, a force to be reckoned with is that 33 of Josh Kelly. The CRT Small Engine Repairs. Chevrolet Silverado. Bailey Curry getting ready to go down a lap. He'll move to the high side of the racetrack as the field comes down the back straightaway. Constantino will stay up there as long as he can to get a little bit of draft off of that Bailey Curry machine, and they'll blow by him. Curry will be able to fall back in line and get a hold of this lead pack and stay in the draft here right behind that 33 of Josh Kelly. Big push, big move, wiggle back and forth from that 84 Christopher Gale. That puts that 09 of Dave Matson solely out front as we click off lap after lap. Let's take a look and ride through it. Right now in your second spot will be the 11 of Tony Constantino. And then it'll be the 03 of Kevin Hash. Right behind him, the 91 of Jackson Allen will be the third car on the bottom. 22, Ryan Hale rides in that fifth spot. Chad Nelson, 6th. 7th, going to be Paul Smith in the 12th. Josh Kelly, the 33, runs 8th. 9th will be Ryan Peplitsky in that 37 machine. Hadn't mentioned him much tonight either. As we take a look at the Home Depot Chevrolet Silverado of Ryan Peplitsky. And it'll be Paul Smith, Matt Hendricks, the 11th. Hadn't mentioned his name tonight either. The 20 car. That was out of Traverse Rest, South Carolina. The Mobile 1 Chevrolet Silverado. That will be Patrick Langley, who is tucked right now in between like Matt Hendricks and what should be the 05 of Bailey Curry, as they'll continue to try to hold on to this main pack. An early leader pole sitter. 87 of Raymond Rittenauer, tucked in behind the 43 of Kelvin Mazur, and the 6 of Kyle Weatherman as they ride around the racetrack in the 12th, 13th, and 14th spot. They'll be dealt day and a half. Meanwhile, back up front, still back and forth. '84 Christopher Gale. He'll lead this main pack. He'll get one of his laps back the hard way as he'll ride the front of the racetrack. 11, Tony Constantino, be your official leader. We are 34 of 80. Coming up on some green flag pit stops. Expect the 21 of Sam Green. He'll be coming shortly. .38 Roger Debo. Moving to the high side of the speedway once again. 36 truck slow on the bottom. They'll have to thread the needle. Looks like the 09 coming down pit road. Dave Matson coming down pit road. See if everybody makes it in. Oh, Constantino. Look, had to lock him up. He'll come on down pit side. Jackson Allen, Dave Matson, Brian Hale, and Chad Nelson all on pit road. Meanwhile, back up front, the 03 of Kevin Hash will jump out to your lead. Lap down truck, the 84 Christopher Gale, working on the back end of that machine. Everybody winding it down. Coming to pit road, look like everybody on clean and green. 38 of Roger Debo down. Coming as well, there's your leader. 03 of Kevin Hash. Left side's going up on that machine. So maybe a 2-tire stop only. That'll give the lead over to the 69 Pit Viper machine of Matt Hendricks. Comes your leader, 69 of Matt Hendricks. 20 of Patrick Langley. Give up P2 to come down pit road. Flannel crew will go to work. Right now, with help from a lap car, that will be the 03 of Kevin Hash. Getting ready to cycle back around to your leader as he goes by the 69 and the 20. We're just now making our way back out onto the racing surface. That lap back. Head back around to the start-finish line. We'll see the 20 of Patrick Langley. We worked lap 38 of 80. Waiting for scoring and timing to trickle on through. Should put. The 03 of Kevin Hash, definitely. On the top. Lap down truck, the 35 of Sawyer Wright, working with that 03. Tony Constantino, 4 truck in line on the bottom side of the racetrack. Trying to come up with. Sawyer out working it outside, trying to get his lap back the hard way. Still trying to get that lap back the hard way. Don't quite have the momentum to do what he needs to do. He'll continue to ride out there with help from teammate 11 of Tony Constantino. We are halfway this time by. Cross flags out of the flag stand. Halfway. Drivers. Oh, one truck down below that double yellow line, smoking going on with connection issues. Hopefully they'll straighten it out. Now the 35 of Sawyer out will jump up there and return to the lead lap the hard way. Lap 44 on the board. Three wide. .33 of Cully. They'll move up in front of that Bailey Curry machine. That'll let the 09 pull up on the back deck with the 03 Dollar General Chevrolet. Oh, Ford. Dollar General Chevrolet. Oh, Kevin Hash. Making that move back up to this main pack after falling back just a hair. Here's that 31 of Scott Wise. Sawyer out leading it, trying to stay on the lead lap. Josh Kelly, Kevin Hash. .47, getting ready to put 48 on the board. Once again, any issues in connection from loud thunder in the background, lightning and heavy rain. Everybody right now content to ride this main pack. Grouped up around the top 6. Sprinkle with a lap down truck or two. As there goes a big push from Bailey Curry, putting the 33 out front. And 2 lap cars coming up. See where they decide to go and how the leaders will maneuver around those lap cars. Patrick Langley hanging out in the back of this pack just enough. Caution flies. Sawyer out was so close to getting that lap back via the lucky dog or via the wave. So with the caution flag out here on lap 50, your leader, the 33 of Josh Cully. Here comes your leader down pit road. What about Kevin Hash in the 03? On the binders, he'll pull into the crew. Well as the 09. One truck penalty driving through too many boxes on entry. Pace car getting ready to head on to the safety of pit road. Lights have been extinguished at top of the iRacing.com. Ford Mustang is off. Field under command of the 33 of Josh Kelly. Hammer down, a little swirly there for Kelly. He'll come back up to speed here. Kevin Hash in that second lane. Look who's made his way back to the front of the field. That is Raymond Rittenauer, your pole sitter. And that 87 machine. Cast Iron Thunder champion. But one car down below that double yellow line. He'll possibly clip the end of the grass there. May have been the one of Artie Peterson. Here comes that Jim Beam Toyota on the top side of the racetrack. Teammates at the front of the field. 33 Josh Kelly, 37 Ryan Peplinski. Door handle to door handle as they work their way through the travel down into turn number 1. Lap 56 on the board. 25 circuits left here in the Daytona 200, presented by the Gutter Team here in the Iron Thunder Racing League Truck Series, or the Iron Thunder Racing League Gutter Team Truck Series. We are getting in the short rows now with that CRT small engine repair machine. Josh Kelly continuing to lead. That 33 machine has led 11 laps of the 56 that make up the distance so far, make it 57 and 12. 21 lead changes. Josh Kelly also, whoa, new fast time. Peterson's Checker One Motorsports Quick Time Award. Tony Constantino, lap 56. 46-7-8. 46-7-8. The 11 of Tony Constantino. Your leader went a 47-5-4-3 on that last lap. Constantino let down a blistering Peplinski slips up to that third lane. He'll open the door for the 03 of Kevin Hash. Peplinski will make contact with the outside safer barrier. He'll be thrown out in no man's land and sit back through this field quick, fast, and in a hurry before he finds an open to drop on through. He'll fall all the way back behind the 91 of Jackson Allen. That'll be for about the 18th, 21st position from second all the way back to possibly check and see where Ryan Peplinski wins up. Ray Rittenauer to the top, right in front of that 09 of Dave Matson. Hardly any room to make the move. He made it. That'll put him on the outside as he'll take a peep on that 33 of Josh Kelly. Scott Wise trying to make a third lane for him out there. He'll be stuck in no man's land. Big push by Ryan Hale on the back bumper of that Cully 33 machine. One second, we'll take a quick commercial break. Josh Kelly continuing to lead now on the bottom side of the racetrack. 87 of Raymond Rittenauer. Still trying to surge with a push from the 09 of Dave Matson. They'll get a big run down the back straightaway. Will be enough to clear the 33 in turn 3. It will not. Dylan Half going to bounce off the bottom of the racetrack. Excuse me. Ryan Hale in that 22 machine makes contact with the back end of the 33. Now the 09 snaking down the back straightaway. Green flag pit stops coming up shortly. 11 Tony Constantino coming in now in the front row, backing up just a little bit. 22 Ryan Hale going to back up to the 21 because it looks like they're dead even. Kevin Hash, third truck in line on the top side of the racetrack. One truck violently slides through the backstretch grass, no caution. And it looks like it may have been 33 of Josh Kelly, who was just leading us. Let's back up and take a look. Take a quick look here at what happened to the 33 of Josh Kelly. They'll make their way out of turn number 1 into turn 2. They'll exit turn 2 down the back straightaway. Dylan Ryan Hale tucked in behind the 22. Big push on the 33 machine. .33 getting the boot from the lead. Cannot be too happy about that with just 16 laps to go. That'll put Raymond Rittenauer, the 09 of Dave Matson, back in the lead. We start to think about green flag pit stops here shortly. 87 and Ray Rittenauer continuing to lead. You'll start to see this field go single file action as we're getting ready to have some green flag pit stops here with under 14 laps to go. $184 blinks for the 21 of Sam Green, so tough connection, or not any connection for Sam Green. He'll have to pack it up. Oh, 13 to go. 87 and Raymond Rittenauer, your leader, followed by the 22 of Ryan Hale, Kevin Hash, Ryan Peplinski, Dave Matson, Chad Nelson, Sawyer Ott, Sean Bounty, Paul Smith, and Monterey on your top 10. And here comes the whole field. Sawyer Ott will hand over the lead. Harry getting on pit road there. That 35 machine being able to work it out and make it on the pit road. They'll rejoin the racetrack, led by the 34 Sean Bounty. Here comes the 87. Raymond Rittenauer leading that pack. See them working their way off at full song as they rejoin the field on the back straightaway. They'll have to weave their way through all this traffic. Meanwhile, the 38 still hugged down to the bottom. He'll move up in front of the 34. Here comes Ray Rittenauer, the 09, and the 37 of Ryan Peplinski. Go around that 35 of Sawyer Ott. Here comes the 89 of Matt Quick. Jeff and Paul Smith coming along. The 20 of Patrick Langley working his way up there as well. So the lead back over to the 87 of Raymond Rittenauer. For the 03 of Kevin Hash, Dollar General Machine. Ducked in right behind him. We got 10 laps to go. 3:09 to go this time by. For the 87 of Raymond Rittenauer. Trying to get something working up top is that 89. Oh, crashing 20 of Patrick Langley. We get 9 to go. Oh, nowhere to go for that 44 Ram again. Fortunately for the 20 of Langley. Turned across the nose of that 6 of Kyle Weatherman. Didn't realize he was under him. '87 of Raymond Rittenauer. Kevin Hash, Matt Quick, Ryan Peplinski, Sawyer Ott, Paul Smith, Dave Matson, Matt Hendricks, Chad Nelson. Top 10. We'll take a step back and we'll be right back here to set you up. Exciting last few laps. The Daytona 200 presented by the Gutter Team. Here we go. One to go this time by 5 laps to go. It'll be 87 Ray Rittenhour. Go 3. Kevin Hatch goes outside. 89 Matt Quick. Inside the row number 2. Outside him in the Home Depot. Chevrolet Silverado to 37 of Ryan Peblinski. He'll make up the outside of row number 2. Inside row number 3, 35 Macomb, Mississippi's Sawyer to his outside, the New York native to 12 of Paul Smith. Sean Bounty and Dave Matson back there in row number 4. Matt Hendricks. Back there as well. Pace car is off. Let's see what the 87 of Rittenhour. He can hold off that 03 of Kevin Hash. 89 of Matt Quick tucked in right behind him. He'll have a hell of a push for these next 4 laps. And that is a guarantee. You can take it to the bank. Anytime you get the 87, 89 tucked in behind each other, it's like trying to get around a brick wall. A moving roadblock, and a fast one at that. Can the top side do anything? Kevin Hash has just about cleared the front nose of that 87 with a good push from Paul Smith and Ryan Peblinski, but not enough. And if he did get out far enough, would he take over and jump down in front of the 87 of Rittenhour? 3 laps to go as we come to the stripe. All over the back deck lid is that Home Depot of Ryan Peblinski. The 12 of Paul Smith back and forth across the back deck lid of that Home Depot machine. Hopefully they keep it straight. 3 laps to go down the back straightaway. Raymond Rittenhour leads the Daytona 200. Kevin Hash and the Dollar General Chevrolet to the outside. Chevy versus Chevy. Oh, Paul Smith gets washed out. It'll be room for the 09 of Dave Matson. He'll jump in behind that 37 of Ryan Peblinski. Still the bottom strong. Quick and Rittenhour. Oh, they're wrecking behind them. 91 Jackson Allen's around with popsicle sticks out of the flag stand. We'll see our caution. And we will go 1 attempt at a green, white checker. Bailey Curry in the wrong direction. Oh. Like some slower cars as Jackson Allen was coming up on them on the back deck lid. He made a move to the right, nowhere to go as Curry was to his outside, didn't quite know he was there, and had insult to injury. Curry will make contact once again. Rittenauer, Hash, Quick, Peplinsky, Ott, your top 5. Green, white, checkered attempt. The only attempt coming up here. Waiting on the one to go signal. Lights of distinguished top of the iRacing.com Ford Mustang. Raymond Rittenauer, Kevin Hash, Matt Quick, Ryan Peplinsky, and Sawyer Ott getting ready to put the hammer down, pedal to the metal, as we got a green-white checkered situation to solve this Daytona 200 presented by the Gutter team. Huge shout out to the Gutter team for stepping on board, being the premier sponsor of the Truck Series. Green flag in the air. Could restart there by the 87 of Rittenauer. That'll open up the gap for the 03 of Hash, but he'll elect to stay on that outside. to control the front two lanes. That'll kill off a charge from the 37 of Peplinski. Oh, slowing up goes the 89. He's going to be forced to go out there. Sawyer will shut the door. He'll jump up to the back deck lid. There goes the 37, and they are around. Green flag still in there. Now the caution will fly. Looks like 89 of Matt Quick may have stole one. We'll have to see what scoring and timing has it. Looks like Matt Quick might have stole one. Oh, the 89 of Matt Quick steals one. He will go unofficially as your winner. Ray Rittenauer and Kevin Hash, a who's who among super speedways. So we'll work on getting those top three in the booth for your entertainment. Joining me up in the booth, the O3, Kevin Hash out of Woodlawn, Virginia, and that beautiful Dollar General Chevrolet man with a good night here. You stayed up front most of the night, unlike some recent strategy that I've seen you in the past. Kind of get it qualified good and kind of mosey on back and ride it out. I was able to stay up front and avoid some of the melee. Not much here tonight. Fairly good race throughout. A few incidents here in between, and was looking for a good finish there. And some of the back marker vehicles decided they were racing for first place in the middle of the pack, and kind of spoiled the fun for you guys up front. But if you look at that top five, who's who, pretty much right there when it comes to super speedway racing. Congratulations on a stout third place finish to start it out.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, we just decided I know Ray and Quick both chose to go to the back and ride around, but I just felt like it was so hard to pass, and without I didn't know for sure if we get green flag pit stops. I just thought with the way how the cars got so loose during the long run that may not ever get a green flag pit stop. I was happy we finally got one, but yeah, I just was afraid to give up track position all night. Felt like I could just stay up there and do what I could try to do, what I've learned over the years, and stayed up there and felt like I stayed in top five consistently throughout the whole race, and had a lot of great people pushing me throughout the night, and just all in all a fun run, and definitely happy to finally get back into a top five here.
I tell you, I had a chance to view the front a lot because that's where most of the action was, and seemed like everybody was steady, everybody was patient. Um, Only one little mishap that we saw, the 33, unfortunately, with 16 to go, went off the front end of the 22. One truck spin out on the inside of the racetrack. But other than that, and maybe the 31 losing the engine early part of the race, seemed like the front was pretty steady, and everybody was content to ride this one out and get to the end. And when we get to the end there, looks like Mac might have stole one from Ray here.
Oh yeah, we were joking about that in Discord. I think Ray's gonna try to steal a couple more from Quick when it looks like he's got them loaded up. But yeah, all in all fun. I knew what Quick was going to do as soon as he got clear going into one. I'm like, well, my chance to win's over, but I can push him, I reckon. And yeah, just the way that caution came out. Luckily, none of us were in it. Just a lot of luck, a little bit of skill, and some patience. Really paid off tonight. I hated to see that happen to Cully. I was trying to work with him throughout the whole night. I knew he's really good here, really strong driver. I trust him just as much as I trust Ray or Quick, and then hated to see that happen to him there that close to the end.
Yeah, I tell you what, he's getting better and better as the time goes on here, uh, and consistently see him up front, and as well as his teammate Ryan Peplinsky, hanging in there week after week. Man, glad to have you back out here, and look forward to continuing out the season as we start things back over and start opening up the Iron Thunder Racing League again. Man, gonna be a fun one.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I hate hanging Peplinsky out there too, that close to the end, but I couldn't give up the middle for anything. I knew I was gonna get swooped as soon as I did, but yeah, definitely glad to be back, and thank you guys for the broadcast. Sorry for the league, and congrats to Quick and Ray, and we'll see if we can't do it again.
All right, man. Good luck. Have a good one.
You too.
We'll bring up that Lucky Dogs Doggy Daycare JCOM entry, the 87 Ray Rittenauer. I thought we was going to be saving this interview for last, but old Quick kind of sneak up there and stole one from you. Some guys in the back thought that their race was a little more important than what was happening in the front. Caution coming out, and Quick was just out in front of you just as the caution came out, but took that strategy, man. Blistered the pole lap. Rode up front for a little bit, decided to vacate, head on to the back, and made your way up fairly quickly. I believe in one stop you were able to flip-flop it, get back up into that top five, and make your way back to the front, right around. Seemed like, normally Kevin uses that same strategy. He'll drop to the back, and the front of the pack tonight seemed to be the place to be with less drama. Those guys were pretty stout and kept those machines right in line with each other, and there were a lot of patience going on there, and it seems like all the trouble came from the middle on back.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. That's why. I mean, it got a little squirrely up there at the beginning. That's why I kind of dropped back. But we had a really good pit stop there, and it flip flopped us really nice. And that was the move. Stay up there after that, because most of the wrecks were happening behind us.
I tell you, we look at that. I told Sawyer, man, we looked at the top five: Quick, Rittenauer, Ash, Ott, and then Ryan Hale finishing fifth. But those the top four are some pretty heavy competition to start out the year here in the Truck Series, and I'll be able to come away out of there with a top five here tonight was pretty good, and especially some of the names through the field didn't have that good of a night, but be a strong competition here in the Truck Series. Look like it's going to turn out to be a fun one if everybody can stick with it.
Yeah, hopefully we can use this momentum going into Canada tomorrow.
Alrighty, man. I tell you what, looking forward to getting there, and it'll be a lot of fun, and good luck to you.
You cut out there, sorry.
Yeah, looking forward to getting on with the next one, and hopefully, like you said, that momentum will carry on to you. Good luck.
Yeah, hopefully, man.
Joining us in the booth, the 89 of Matt Quick. Tell you what, man, was up there when it needed to be, um, and made the move at the right time. I spoke with Ray. Seemed like some of the guys in the back of the pack thought their race was a little more important than what was happening at the front, and cost the green white checker finish that was shaping up to be a wild one with a stout top five heading in to the white flag lap, man. But congratulations on being in the right place at the right time and putting on a hell of a show. Those little bit of a green white checker we did get to see, it was shaping up to be a great one.
Well, I could say that it started out really, really crappy. I got in the first two wrecks, and I just sat around, and then I decided not to take my quick fix yet, and I was really, really frustrated. I got almost like 3/4 of a lap down, and then that one caution came out, caught the field, and then I got all the way up to like 8th place coming out of pit road, and then I decided to top off, and I got like the 10th, and then from there, I uh, I decided to ride till the pit stop because I knew I had a little bit more fuel than everybody else. And I was preparing for a green white checker, but I wasn't sure if we had multiple or was it just one, or the case would be. So I had way more than enough fuel. I mean, I have 3 gallons remaining, so I was preparing for that. And I just got lucky coming out of pit road how everything kind of sequenced out. I was behind Sawyer, and then he was trying to run the outside of Sean Bounty, I think it was, and then uh, Ray, Kevin, and someone else were steaming on the outside in that third lane. And I decided I got enough draft just to tail off with them, and that's how I got in the top three. And the caution came out with me in third, and we just kind of rode it from there. And I was going to push Ray to the win there, but he went a little bit early on green, which is legal in this league, and I pushed him, and the person behind Kevin didn't go, so there was a lane open there. So I was deciding what move do I make, and I decided to take the outside lane, and then all of a sudden the caution came out. So I'd rather be lucky than good. So today we were lucky and kind of decent.
I tell you, sometimes luck is a big factor in it, especially when it comes to the super speedway ranks. But also um, there's some skill involved with it, and there's no doubt that you see the cream that rose to the top tonight. That top five was pretty stout. And speaking of competition, this league, the Truck Series, kind of started as a filler, kind of sort of recruitment type league. But if you look down this list, man, that's a lot of good talent. And this talent pool here is just as good as what we're going to see later on during the season, during the Premier Series. But we pretty much looking at it, it's the Premier Series in a truck. And I tell you, it's going to be exciting to continue on the season in the trucks, and hopefully everybody that's here tonight and a couple that may have missed the first night will, jump on board. And I think we've still wound up with about 28, 29 trucks in a stout field. It's going to be interesting to continue on and see how the competition bears out as we continue to move through the season. And glad to see you getting that first win, man, and hopefully you'll be able to stay with us and continue to jar them back and forth up there at the front of the field each and every week.
Oh yeah, I mean today was amazing, and thank you for throwing your broadcasting duties up here today because I knew there was some drama going on with that, and then Sawyer put on this league, and really, I mean Ray Rittenauer and I are like best friends. Kevin's in with that too, and we're 3 different teams, and we're still working together, which is absolutely hilarious because you wouldn't hear that in real life. But technically, we're on 3 different teams between JCom, Cross Wrench, and then I'm Dingleberry, and we're we just work together because I mean, I rather have fun than compete. I mean, you're going to compete against your friends regardless, but I'd rather talk crap during the race with my friends than do team racing, quote unquote. So that was kind of funny today. But again, thank you for everything. Thank you, Sawyer. And man, got the hard charger today and the win. You can't do any better than that.
Congratulations once again, man. We appreciate it, and we look forward to the rest of the season. It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be great. And we made the playoffs today. Awesome.
Oh yeah. Congratulations, man. Good luck.
Thank you.
Alrighty, that's going to wind up coverage. Congrats once again to the 89 of Matt Quick. Always good to get an interview in with Matt. Great racer. Great speedway racer, along with Ray Rittenauer, Kevin Hash. As we get set to crank it up, we'll move on again. We'll do it again tomorrow night. But, once, like we said here, Daytona National Speedway was all in all a good race. Make sure tune in, watch social medias. You'll get the broadcast link, and shout out to Redneck Racing TV for allowing us to come over and stream. We'll be coming through you hopefully the rest of the season. The Iron Thunder Racing Network, as we'll cover all facets of the Iron Thunder Racing League. Look forward to your continued support as we move on with that new endeavor. But nonetheless, thank you for showing up tonight. Thank you to all the drivers. And I look forward to what is to come from the Gutter Team Truck Series. Big shout out to Tony Constantino and the Gutter Team for coming on board and supporting the Iron Thunder Racing League Truck Series, as well as the whole ITRL banner. Once again, from Daytona International Speedway, the bright lights are still on. We will be back with you. Y'all keep showing up. We'll keep showing out. Good night, everybody.